Hello friends, so today we're gonna discuss a very interesting topic which a lot of my subscribers on my Telegram channel and also on my comments asked. So I thought to make a video on it, and I've taken a bunch of questions to explain the topic. And if you haven't joined my Telegram channel, do check it out. It has a lot of members and it's growing very fast. So do subscribe it, and we can easily talk there. So the topic on which I'm going to talk about is how to find out the time complexity for any question in these contests. So in what time complexity you should solve this question by seeing the constraints. So many of you cannot understand the time complexity of the question by seeing the constraints. So I have taken a bunch of problems to let you understand how only by seeing the constraints you can get a brief idea how you can approach the problem, or in what time complexity you should move forward such that you can solve the question. And not only in contest, you can also use this as advice in interviews and also while solving or upsolving any question. So let's start. So first of all, before solving or doing some problems, we should first understand three things. First, oh sorry, I have written out something. So what you can easily see here is the first thing which you have to keep in mind is that if you are using C++, then your compiler, or if you write some program, then you are allowed to do at most or around 10 to the power 6 operation in 1 second. So okay, so it's around 10 to the power 6. It is you can also take 210 to the power 6 operations, but you cannot do 10 to the power 7 operations, that's for sure. You cannot do such operation in 1 second. You can do 2 or approx 3 in 1 second. Okay, now you have seen that in many of the questions they have given 2 seconds. So now you get confused that okay, now they have increased the time, or if they are given 5 seconds in some ad coder contest, they have given 5 seconds. So you are in the thought that okay, I can use this or 10 to the power 9 operation in these seconds, but that's wrong. I understand you why. Let's assume that you are doing 10 to the power 6 operation in 1 second, then in another second you are still doing 10 to the power 6 operations. So the total is just 2 into 10 to the power 6 operations, which is still very small. You are not going till 10 to the power 7. You require 10 seconds to just go to 10 to the power 7, and if you want to go to 10 to the power 9, then that's very large. So you cannot do this in 2-3 seconds. It's just they have increased 2 or 3 seconds such that, because let's assume that the upper bound is 10 to the power 6 and the constraint is 9 in 10 to the power 5 or 10 to the power 6, then or it is 5. I have seen 5 in many of the questions. Then what you can do, if you increase to about 2 seconds, then if it is 3, then it can go to 6 in 10 to the power 6 operations, and then you can pass this constraint. But you cannot pass 10 to the power 7 constraint in any of the questions. You cannot do 10 to the power 7 operations, that's for sure. Okay, so first keep in mind of this thing. Then the second question, or the second thing you can understand here is, if you are given, okay, let's remove this out first. If you are given in some question that you have to do, okay, yeah, you can do 10 to the power 6 operations, then it's the easiest solution to go about is you can do an order of n operation. That can be done, or you can also do an order of n log n. Now why this is possible? Because let's assume that in n, log n is just the multiplication of O of n. So let's assume that you are doing 10 to the power 5 operations, and now if you are doing 10 to the power 5 operations, then it's 10 to the power 5 into log of 10 to the power 5, which is some number. This is not very large, it's less than 10. So that number is less than 10. So it will just come down to the power 6 only, and you can do this operation. So whenever you see that your constraints is of the power 10 to the power 5 or 10 to the power 6, then you actually have to always find out an answer of like n log n, or like n, or it can also be like n log of n and log of n also. So log of n, like you can form a sieve. Okay, but you cannot do an order of n square operation. If you are given this 10 to the power 6, then in no case you can do 10 to the power 6 operation, because if you do 10 to the power 6 operation, or even in this 10 to the power 5, if you double this, it will become 10 to the power 5, which is n to the power 2. If you replace n with 10 to the power 5, it will become 10 to the power 10. And you can like know how these like do this much of operation in 1 second or 2 seconds at least. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. If you see this constraint, I will tell you how to see those constraints. Okay, so let's move on to some question part, and also erase this because I will tell you more. Okay, so let's come down to the first question. It is a latest problem which is asked in Codeforces Division 2 669. You can read down this question, but let's directly come down to the constraint parts. As you can see, n is up to 10 to the power 3. Just don't, like, the question is, you can also read down the question also, but just after seeing the constraints, you can see that n is up to 10 to the power 3. And also try to read this statement. This is also important. It is guaranteed that the sum of n over all the test cases does not exceed 10 to the power 3. What does this mean? That you have some test cases, then it can happen so that you are given that n is up to 10 to the power 3 and t is up to 10 to the power 3. So you can easily say that, okay, I have some test case in which n is at 10 to the power 3 and test case is also 10 to the power 3. So it is up to 10 to the power 6. So I have to do some order of n operation. But that's wrong. Why? Because they are given that over all the test cases, the sum of all n does not exceed 10 to the power 3. What does this mean? That it will not happen that over all the test cases you only get 10 to the power 3 cases. It can such happen that if you get one test case, then you might get 10 to the power 3 n equal to this, and if you get 10 to the power 3 test cases, then n is only up to 1. Okay, that's the thing you have to understand. What does this 10 to the power 3 means? Now it means that if you also double this, like O of n square operation, it is 10 to the power 6, which I have told you that you can do 10 to the power 6 operation in 1 second. So if I can use order of n square time complexity in this question, it will always like pass, like it can pass all like easily. So that's the thing you can understand from this question, that because the first thing you have to understand like this, it doesn't, the whole test case doesn't exceed 10 to the power 3. So if you like do of n square operations, you can easily pass this question. Now move on to the second question. This is also one good question, in which you can see here is that what does this mean? Come to this line also. The question, this line says that the total number of var x's in all the test cases doesn't exceed 2 into 10 to the power 5. As you can see, is to 2 to 10 to the power 5. So what does this mean? You have to do this in O of n. Okay, so you cannot do this in, or you can do this in O of n log n, because it is given. Now come to this question. As you can see, I'm not reading the question, I'm just explaining you with this constraint. It is not always possible that you have to do this, but using the constraints you can get some idea. As you can see in this, the n is up to n is up to 50 only, and t is up to 1000. Now what you can see here is, just come down to the drawing board. If you have n up to 50, I can do a order of 3 operation, like O of n cube. If I do an O of n cube, just remove like this 5, like don't matter about 5, let's it be 10, then it will become 10 to power 3. If it become 10 to power 3, and even if I multiply 1000 test cases in this, then it will become up to 10 to power 6. What does this mean? That I can do at most a maximum of O of n cube time complexity in this. I can use like this. Okay, so because I have t test cases which are up to 1000, and I have to take such that all of these operations, all of the test cases and all of the n should come under 1 second or like 2 seconds. You can also see that. But if I want to come it under 2 seconds, because as you can see why they have taken 2 seconds, because I have taken this buffer value also. It will be like 5, like 50. If 5 is multiplied 10 to the power 3, so it will be like 125 is also multiplied here. So it can exceed somehow some value 10 to the power 6. So for an easy case they have taken 2 seconds. That's why. But you can easily understand that. Don't think about the time, just think about that you can do at more in 10 to like n cube operation in this question. You can also do n square n operation, but they have taken such small constraints, so always try to do in the most brute force way because the constraints are very small. If you are like you see that the constraints are very small, always try to do it in a brute force way. Now come to the next question. This question was also very good. This is a lead code question. So in this question I can tell you the question also, but like I have also made a video on it. So in this question what you can understand here is, let's move it out. There is some array. Let's assume that you have some array. There's once more array, and then for every loop of this array you have to take some part in this array and like add it. So like for there is one O of n O of n loop here and O of n square loop here, because I have to take these 2 points and then iterate over these points. So then it will be whole of O of n cube. Like in the when you read this question you think that okay, it's just a brute force O of n cube operation, but when you see the constraints you will see that the constraints up to 10 to the power like 1000. Ni means the value. You don't need to think about the value itself, because value can be 10 to the power 9 also. I am telling you about the length, because you have to iterate over the length. It's up to 10 to the power like 1000. So now if you take 1000 to the power 10 to the power 3, it will become 10 to the power 9, and you cannot do this in 1 second. But if it is n square, then it can be done in 1 second. So this is one good point. You can observe that whenever the constraints are up to 1000, the question is about to ask you to do it in n square, as you have seen in this question also. Okay, so the smaller the constraints, the easier or like the more brute force way you can do. Okay, now in this question, in many of the strings question, you can easily see that the length is up to 10 to the power 5, which means that you have to do it in some O of n or O of n log n. You cannot do it in n square operation, cannot do it in a brute force way. Okay, so that's the thing you have to understand by seeing at the constraints only. Now this is one more question which is in like asked in the latest code forces round. In this, as you can see, test cases are pretty large, n is also pretty large, k is also pretty large. But now what you can see, it is a binary search which is n log n. So you can easily see from this is that I can only do in such large operation it is up to 10 to the power 10 to the power 5. What does this mean? It means that I can only do this in O of n or O of n log n. I cannot do this in a smaller or a O of n square way or any other way. Okay, then come to the next question. It is column swaps. Okay, as you can see, it is again given the sum of all the n doesn't exceed 210 to the power 5. What does this mean? That I have to do it in some n or n log n. Always try to see this. This will help us to know that over all the test cases, because as you can see in this, you can see that test cases are up to 10 to the power 4 and n is up to 10 to the power 5. In this, if you just take all test cases 10 to the power 4 test cases and all n up to 2 to 10 to the power 5, then how can we even make this happen in 1 second? If 10 to the power 4 is 10 to the power 5, it will become 10 to the power 9. How the question statement will justify to do this question in 1 second? So they already told that over all the test cases, the total number or the total sum of n does not exceed 220 to the power 5. So you have to see this statement. Also, again see this. This statement is all, again present here. Like, because in many grid problems, if like you are given some grid, okay, if you are given some grid, in which n and m is given. Now you can see in this question, n into m is 10 to the power 6. The n into m multiplication is less than 10 to the power 6. What does this mean? N and m separately are not equal to 10 to the power 6. You cannot take like n equal to 10 to the power 6 and m equal to 10 to the power 6 and then do some operation, because the matrix which will form will have 10 to the power 12 blocks, and like you cannot even make this large size block in the memory. Okay, the like same for the memory. The memory can only be 10 to the power 6, like around 10 to the power 6 blocks. You can only make such blocks. You cannot make 10 to the power 12 blocks. So this is already wrong, and you can also cannot do this much operation in 1 second. So that's why it is n into m, which means that if n is 1, then m will become 10 to the power 6. If n is 10 to the power 3, then m will become 10 to the power 3. Okay, and that's also given in the last statement, which will help us to know that okay, I can only iterate over the whole matrix once, or like not once, but I can only iterate over the whole matrix. I cannot do much operations. And the last question. Okay, last question, you can see that it is one question from Codeforces again, in which you are given some coordinates, like these coordinates, these 6 coordinates. Now they are up to 10 to the power 6. Now the question in this is, because not always that you see 10 to the power 6 and it is an like O of n operation. Actually this question is just O of 1 operation, which means that if I say that some question, what does this mean? That if some question is giving some time complexity of O of n, I can also do this in O of n. Of like if some question is giving time complexity of O of n square, I can also do this in O of n log n, O of 1, and so on. But if some question is giving time complexity of n, I cannot do this in n square. I cannot increase the time complexity, but I can decrease it. So that's the thing. You cannot just see always 10 to the power 6 and say that okay, I have to do this in O of n, because these are actually the coordinates. These are not actually the like the placeholders or the value or the n. This is not the n which we are given. We have to iterate over them. This is not the actual n. We have to see that what is the value of n. On the values we have to iterate. I cannot iterate over more than 10 to the power 6 blocks in 1 second. These are just the values, the coordinate value. It can be up to 10 to the power 9 also, but it doesn't mean that like we have to iterate over all the coordinate values. You have to see that in geometry problems the value can be very large, but I have to see on how much value I can iterate. The value on which I have to iterate should not exceed 10 to the power 6. That's the like a standard value. It can be up to, it can be 2 into 10 to the power 6 or 3 into 10 to the power 6 according to some compilers, but a standard value is 10 to the power 6 only. Okay, so that's the whole topic. I hope you understand. If you still have any doubts, please mention down. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding. Bye.